6 years had passed since the night that changed everything. I had been engaged to the love of my life, a successful entrepreneur named Alex, someone who had promised me a future filled with love, stability, and shared dreams. We had plans, hopes, and a wedding in the works, when my sister, Olivia, betrayed me in a way that cut deeper than I ever imagined. She had stolen Alex from me, whispering promises and manipulating emotions until he abandoned me for her. The heartbreak was unbearable, and for years I struggled to rebuild my life, haunted by memories of their betrayal. Fast forward 6 years, and my mother's annual charity gala was scheduled. A lavish event filled with socialites, philanthropists, and influencers. It was also the one event my sister loved to dominate. Olivia, of course, would be there, radiant and smug, flaunting her success and, most importantly, the man she had taken from me. I hesitated to attend, knowing the tension that would inevitably arise, but I decided to go, for my mother, for the cause, and, secretly, to confront the lingering wound in my heart. The evening began as expected. Sparkling chandeliers, flowing champagne, and laughter filling the grand ballroom. I entered, calm and composed, dressed elegantly, determined not to let Olivia or the memory of Alex rattle me. I could feel her eyes on me almost immediately. She looked the same, flawless, confident, radiant. But I had changed. I carried myself with the confidence and grace that years of hardship had taught me. I wasn't the broken, heartbroken girl she had left behind. And then I saw him. Alex. He hadn't changed much. His presence still commanded attention, his charm still evident. But what struck me was the subtle unease in his demeanor as he noticed me. I walked past tables, exchanged polite nods with acquaintances, and eventually I found myself standing near Olivia. She greeted me with her trademark smirk, clearly expecting me to flinch, to feel small, to be undone by her presence. But I didn't. "Hello," I said, voice steady, eyes locked on hers. "It's been a long time." She tilted her head, surprised by my composure. "Indeed," she replied smoothly, though there was a flicker of something, uncertainty, in her eyes. That's when the moment happened. During the event, the host announced a charity auction, one that required participants to partner in pairs to bid on luxury experiences. To my surprise, Alex was paired with me. The universe, it seemed, had orchestrated a small twist of fate. He looked at me, a mixture of shock and hesitation crossing his face. "I didn't expect this," he murmured. I smiled faintly. "Neither did I." As the auction progressed, we worked together seamlessly, our shared strategy and mutual understanding surprising everyone in the room. Olivia's smug smile faltered as she watched, realizing that the man she had taken from me 6 years ago still responded to me, still respected and admired my intelligence and poise. It was subtle, but it was undeniable. After the auction, a quiet moment presented itself. Alex approached me, his expression sincere, tinged with regret. I owe you an apology," he said softly. "I was foolish 6 years ago. I was caught up in confusion, and I hurt you in ways I can't undo. But seeing you tonight, seeing the person you've become, I understand what I lost." I listened, allowing the words to sink in, but I didn't immediately respond. The pain from the past still lingered, but so did the strength I had built over the years. "Alex," I said finally, "what happened years ago shaped us both. I don't need an apology to validate my life, but I appreciate your honesty. I've moved forward. I hope you have too." That night, at my mother's event, everything shifted. Olivia's confident facade cracked as she realized that her victory had been fleeting. Time, growth, and resilience had altered the dynamics. I was no longer the heartbroken sister she had expected to see. I was strong, composed, and in control of my life. Alex's acknowledgement and respect, subtle as it was, reaffirmed that betrayal could not define my worth or dictate my future. By the end of the evening, I had reclaimed my narrative. I mingled with friends, engaged with supporters of the charity, and carried myself with a quiet power that drew attention and admiration. Olivia, despite her efforts, could not overshadow my presence. The night became a testament not to what was stolen from me, but to what I had built in the aftermath: resilience, confidence, and dignity. Walking home later, I reflected on the journey. The pain of losing Alex to my sister had been intense, but it had propelled me to grow in ways I wouldn't have imagined. Life had a way of testing us, but it also had a way of revealing our strength. That evening, in the glow of chandeliers and applause, I realized that while Olivia had taken a man, she could never take the power, pride, or grace I had cultivated over 6 years. In the end, my mother's event wasn't just a charity gala. It was a turning point, a moment of vindication not born of revenge, but of personal growth and unwavering self-respect. I left the ballroom with my head held high, knowing that the past, no matter how painful, had led me to a place of strength, dignity, and a future that was entirely my own.